Good morning everyone and welcome to the Oval for the fifth and final day of this fourth test match between Australia and New Zealand in the first quarterfinal series of the Y50 Test Match Championship 2020. This is shaping up for an interesting final day. Australia in their second innings are 130 for 2, still requiring 275 runs to win. If they were to win, they would qualify for the semi-finals and knock New Zealand out of the tournament. New Zealand need 8 wickets to win this match and get back into the series, which Australia currently lead 1-0. Of course, the first team to win 2 test matches makes it through to the semi-final. The players are all out in the middle. Let's join the action now as Daniel Vettori bowls the first ball of the day to Australia's makeshift opener Adam Gilchrist. Well, that's a lovely start for Gilchrist and Australia, past Williamson at mid-on and 4 runs. Daniel Vettori is surely the danger man on this pitch, but Gilchrist has cut this one away beautifully and that's 4 more. Steve Smith is the wicket the New Zealanders will want. That's a big shot from Hadlee, that's a beautiful delivery. What does the umpire say? Oh, that must have been very close. Let's have a look at the replay. Oh, just hitting Smith outside the line of off stump. Daniel Vettori will need to stay patient today. Well, that's another nice little dab from Gilchrist. Is that going to make it to the boundary? Yes, it is. Oh, that's beautifully bowled by Hadlee and only just over the stumps. Oh, and now he moves this one away. This is masterful bowling. Oh, well, that's another gorgeous outswinger by Hadlee. The New Zealanders appeal, but the umpire says no. Oohs and ahs from New Zealand. They've got Smith playing at that one, but he's got it away for 4. What a good over that was. Steve Smith heaves that one away, and that's the 150 up for Australia. Single for Smith, although Turner picks up, shy to the stumps. Oh, that's very close. What does the umpire say? Yes, that's out. Oh, that's a disaster for Australia. Adam Gilchrist has run out for 73, and Australia are now 156 for 3. Well, New Zealand will be really buoyed by the wicket of Gilchrist, but Smith is the one who they want, and he punches that one down the ground for a beautiful 4. Oh, big turn for Vettori, and Steve Smith castigates himself. It's a nice shot from Steve Waugh, punched off the back foot through backward point, and that's his first 4. Pulled away through square leg, and that will be the 50 for Steve Smith. Well, that's a nice response by Hadlee, but an inside edge past the stumps and down to the boundary for 4 more. Bowled in! Vettori has bowled Steve Smith through the gate. Oh, that's the crucial wicket. That's going to dent Australia's chances. Steve Smith is out, bowled Vettori for 54, and Australia are now 180 for 4. Oh, that's out. Boult has taken the catch. Lovely bowling from Hadlee, cramping Border for room. He could only pop it up to Boult at short leg, and Border is out. Caught Boult, bowled Hadlee for 1, and Australia are in trouble at 181 for 5. Healy is out. That's been caught by Martin Crowe at mid-on. Absolute joy for New Zealand. They have Australia under the pump. Healy is out. Caught Crowe, bowled Hadlee for a duck. And Australia are 181 for 6. Well, that's nicely played by Steve Waugh. Down the ground for 4. Beautiful shot. Against the spin, down the ground, another 4. Slightly short from Vettori, and Steve Waugh's cut that one nice and fine down towards third man for 4 more. Lots of spin and bounce here on day 5. Oh, and Steve Waugh's out too, looking to give himself some room to cut, but Shane Bond followed him and he could only offer a simple catch to first slip. Steve Waugh is out. Caught Bracewell, the substitute fielder, bowl Bond for 25, and Australia are 200 for 7. Bowled in with a rip snorter. New Zealand are right on top here at the Oval. Shane Warne is out, bowled Vettori for 3, and Australia are 202 for 8. And that's out too. Gillespie can only guide that to Ross Taylor at second slip. Another wicket for Shane Bond and New Zealand. Gillespie is out, caught Taylor, bowled Bond for 2. Australia are 202 for 9, and New Zealand are 1 wicket away from victory in this test match. Last ball of the over. Well, there's a big shot from Shane Bond. What does the umpire say? No, not out. Oh, I want to see that replay. Let's have a look. Well, that ball just hitting McGrath outside the line of off stump. Well, it's been a fine performance by New Zealand in this session. Lily to face Vettori now. Another appeal, but that ball must have pitched quite a long way outside leg stump. Let's have a look. Oh, yes. Oh, another half-hearted appeal by New Zealand, but that's not going to be out either. That ball pitched and hit McGrath well outside off stump. And that's a nice shot from McGrath. He's off the mark with a beautiful little cover drive. And now a pull shot from McGrath, a little inside edge down towards the dressing rooms for 4. And there it is, Ross Taylor has taken the catch. The New Zealanders are jumping around in joy. They have won this 4th test match. Dennis Lillee is out, caught Taylor, bowled Vittori for a duck. Australia all out for 211 and New Zealand win by 193 runs. Let's have a look at the scorecard. 211 all out for Australia. Gilchrist with 73 before he was tragically run out this morning, and then the wickets kept tumbling. 54 for Smith, 25 for Steve Waugh. Nothing much for anyone else. For the New Zealand bowlers, they will be cock-a-hoop. 3 for Richard Hadlee and 4 for Daniel Vittori to go with his 5 wickets in the first innings. Shane Bond bowling like the wind, 2 wickets as well, and New Zealand have bowled Australia out to win this test match. So what does this mean for the series? Well, Australia won down at Lords and there were draws at Edgbaston and at Headingley, but now at the Oval, New Zealand have won, and it is now 1 win all going into the 5th test match. Well, what a series this has been, and what a test match for New Zealand, beating Australia by 193 runs. Daniel Vittori is the man of the match with 9 wickets for 152. That's it from us. Do join us for the 5th test match up at Trent Bridge in Nottingham, and bye for now.